This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Thursday, May 29th, 2025. I'm Alex Brown. Indiana libraries and museums stand to lose millions of dollars after a flurry of federal and state funding cuts in the first half of 2025. Indiana Library Federation President Julie Wendorf says the planned elimination of the Institute of Museum and Library Services could cost Indiana libraries $3.5 million in funding.
Public libraries in the state of Indiana don't receive direct dollars from IMLS. What they do receive is the services from the state library that are provided by that income that comes from the federal level. And those services include a lot of resource sharing that make Indiana libraries more efficient.
She adds that a reduction in property tax revenue, as well as a 30% cut to the Indiana State Library's budget approved by the Indiana General Assembly this year, could lead to libraries cutting hours, staff, and services. Jasper-based Kimball Electronics is planning to open a 307,000 square foot manufacturing plant on South Post Road in Indianapolis that will focus on contract manufacturing for the medical industry. The new facility is expected to create 345 jobs in its first 6 years in operation. CEO Rick Phillips said the new facility would include operations such as precision injected molded plastics, complete device assembly, and cold chain management, which supports the production of medical disposables, surgical instruments, and drug delivery devices such as auto-injectors. Elkhart-based Surf Internet announced plans Wednesday to invest $25 million to expand its fiber optic network to Muncie and Yorktown. The internet service provider said the move will bring service to a total of 21,000 homes and businesses between the two municipalities. From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Northwest Indiana is on the move, and the next big conversation is happening in Valparaiso. Join business and community leaders at Innovate Northwest Indiana, a powerful afternoon of ideas, innovation, and insight. We're talking talent, technology, and transformation, and what's next for the region. Join us at Valparaiso University July 9, part of the Innovate Indiana series presented by Indiana University and Old National Bank. RSVP now at ibj.com/innovate.
Thousands of dollars in alcohol, travel, restaurant, and entertainment expenses were charged to the company credit card of a leader of an expanding Indianapolis charter school network who was terminated in February, according to school records.
The more than $200,000 in charges were on the card assigned to Amy Swan, who was most recently Matchbook Learning's chief compliance officer, but served as its CEO from July 2019 to around the spring of 2024. The charges included over $40,000 in airfare, over $3,000 in alcohol purchases, over $10,000 in restaurants, more than $6,000 for a luxury hotel in India, and even $1,700 in charges for sommelier courses, according to records of charges occurring between December 2023 and June 2024. Matchbook officials say that some of the charges benefited students, like the $40,000 in Amazon purchases. But they say they didn't know the purpose of other purchases, like more than $1,000 for the Daytona International Speedway, and didn't authorize spending of school funds on alcohol. Swan was officially let go through a board vote terminating her employment with cause in February, records show, only about 2 months after Matchbook received a renewal of its charter from Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett's Office of Education Innovation in December of 2024. Swan said the charge for the trip to India was accidental, and she reimbursed the school for the cost of the hotel for that trip. The school confirmed that, but it's not clear whether they will seek to recoup any of the other costs. I'm Mark Mazurik for Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Earlham College has received a $1 million gift from a pair of alumni that will be used to renovate Runyon Center, the college's student union facility. The school said the project will include a reimagining of the center's existing courtyard and a new outdoor deck for gathering and dining. The gift comes from Jeff May and Karen Crossan, who graduated from Earlham in the mid-1970s. The college said the donation is in recognition of the couple's 50th wedding anniversary as well as May's 50th reunion. Earlham said the project will have a renewed emphasis on making Runyon an inviting first impression for prospective students and their families visiting campus. University of Southern Indiana President Steve Bridges is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Alex Brown for Inside Indiana Business Radio On Demand.